And right now, Danny O'Neal, the highly touted quarterback out of Indianapolis who had a dozen plus Power 5 offers, was committed to Colorado, decommitted when Sean Lewis left. Sean Lewis becomes the head coach of the Aztecs. You know the rest of the story. Danny O'Neal has verbally committed to San Diego State. He joins us right now on Jon and Jim on the home of the Aztecs, San Diego Sports 760. So, Danny, first of all, congratulations and thanks for hopping on. And what made San Diego State the right fit for you?
Yeah, thanks for having me on today. There's a whole lot of things that led to the decision of me coming to San Diego State, and really it came down to the people. Obviously, I had a great relationship with Coach Lewis, but coming out here last weekend, it was great. It was great to just meet the rest of the staff, get comfortable with them, and then be able to see what the rest of the school had to offer.
What was the highlight for you visiting San Diego? Now, have you ever been to San Diego before previously?
No, yeah, that was my first time in San Diego. I was in LA over the summer for the Elite 11 finals, but that was my first time in San Diego. But I'd say the highlight was just being able to see everything that the school had to offer. I knew that me and Coach Johnson and Coach Blue were all going to click and all going to, feel how we've been feeling about each other. But really just seeing what the school had to offer, and obviously being 72 and sunny all weekend didn't hurt.
Did not hurt.
Yeah, I have a feel. Let me guess, Danny. We're 10 days before Christmas. You're in Indianapolis right now. My guess is it's not hot. What is it? 30 degrees, 40
cold.
degrees?
Yeah, it's about 35 right now outside. So
yeah, it's going to be a nice change to come to 72 every single day.
No doubt about it. Danny O'Neal is with us right now. Again, a verbal recruit commit to San Diego State. The Aztecs, of course, have a brand new head coach in Sean Lewis. Now, you've had a relationship with Coach Lewis for the better part of the last year, right? Because he was at Colorado. He was their offensive coordinator. You were committed to the Buffaloes. Talk a little bit about, if you wouldn't mind, what makes your relationship such a strong one with Sean Lewis and how you envision yourself playing quarterback in his offense.
Yeah, first off, it started off on the right foot. We connected on a lot of things outside of football. He's from south side of Chicago, so there's just a lot of things in our lives that are very similar. So we got to know each other, not just in the football realm. So I was just very comfortable with trusting him to be my quarterback coach and be my coordinator while he was at Colorado, and then I was one of his first calls when he got the job, and I was actually one of the guys that knew he was going to leave Colorado before he did. So the trust that he had in me, and just him staying in constant communication with me and informing me about everything that was going on his end, just really made sure that, or really checked the box that he was the guy that he said he was.
And sorry, Danny, cut you off there. Sorry to cut you off, Danny, but talking about your game and, Sean Lewis's offense, we know it can be a fast-paced offense. Kent State, we saw it at Colorado as well. And just seeing how you play quarterback, why do you think your skill sets fit so well with Sean Lewis? And what kind of skill sets are you bringing to the table here to come to San Diego?
Yeah, I would just say that, my offense in high school is kind of a similar style to his. A little bit, on the more simplistic side, just because, the jump from high school to college, you can do more. But I'd say I fit all the boxes that he needs for someone to run his offense, someone that, can push the ball down the field and can use his legs. So just my ability to do both is going to be helpful, and making explosives in the run game and the pass game for his offense there.
Danny O'Neal joining us right now, highly touted quarterback out of Indianapolis, again, committing to San Diego State after visiting this past weekend. Danny, as you know, no matter where you were going, whether it was Colorado, San Diego State, elsewhere around FBS football, there's always competition in these quarterback rooms. How much do you welcome that, knowing what you're kind of walking into as a true freshman? I think you're going to enroll early in January and in spring to get kind of some of that lead time, but how much are you kind of welcoming what's to come in terms of that quarterback room and the competition that's to come?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think, you grow the most during competition and when times are a little bit tougher. So being able to come in, in a few weeks and just start competing right away, I'm looking forward to it just because I know that it's going to push me and make me a better player, and I'm going to do the same for the rest of the guys in that room.
Danny, for you, goals, what are your goals here at San Diego State? And are you going to be trying to vie for that starting job right away? Or do you have long-term visions here of just growing and getting better every single year? And when your time is right, when your number's called, you're going to be ready to go.
I would say that, it's a dream to play, sooner rather than later. But I know when my time is right, I'm going to be ready. Whether that's this next upcoming year or if it's 2 years from now. But I'm ready to compete every single day and just push myself to get better. And, in the future, I definitely see San Diego State, holding up a, Mountain West trophy, going to some bowl games and, with the playoffs expanded to 12 teams, if we have, an undefeated year, there's no way they can't keep us out of that. So just being able to make a push for the playoffs in a few years is another thing that, is on my mind and is something that I want to do and bring to the program.
Aztec fans love hearing that. I'm curious to get your impressions of Snapdragon Stadium. It's only been open for a couple of years, obviously being from the Midwest. Probably before Sean Lewis taking the job at San Diego State, you never envisioned yourself playing in Southern California. So what did you make of the facilities and specifically the football stadium, Snapdragon Stadium?
Yeah, I mean, obviously San Diego State is group of 5, but it did not feel that way. They have, one of the nicest stadiums in the country. Brand new, super exciting things in there. I know it gets rowdy on game day. I know Coach said that he wants to sell out, more games this year, and obviously that'll come with more wins. But the rest of the facilities are also very nice. You have everything that you need. And, it might not be as flashy as some of the top programs in the country, but, it's going to get the job done and it's going to, help us improve every single day. And, got a great weight room in there with Coach Sobel leading the way. So being able to get after it in the weight room, in the film room, all that stuff, it's just going to make our team better.
Danny, before you go, for our listeners, tell us a little bit about what's to come for the next couple of weeks, right? Because if you enroll for spring, you're going to be in San Diego by early to mid-January. It's already the middle of December. You're in the Midwest. So what do the next couple of weeks look like for you as you get ready to venture out west?
Right. Next week, I got finals week, so just finishing up high school. I'll sign on Wednesday, and then really just starting to get my body ready for what's to come. Don't want to get back in the gym, back running again. I know Coach Sobel, when I was out there, told me we're going to have a team run almost as soon as everyone gets out there after moving day. So, being able to just go out there and have a good time and push myself a little bit now so that it might be a little bit easier once I get there.
Probably a good decision. Yeah. As opposed to just, whatever. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Right.
Danny, congratulations on everything. Aztec fans are thrilled about your decision to come out west. As Jim and I could attest, San Diego is one of the great places, not just in the country, but in the world. We think you're going to really enjoy it. And congratulations on your decision and best of luck over the next couple of weeks in the Midwest. And we'll see you out here soon. And thanks for doing it.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
All right. Danny O'Neill, again, the highly touted quarterback out of Indianapolis that has chosen San Diego State over a number of Power 5 offers, including the University of Miami that came in with an offer he was considering visiting as late as this weekend.
I'll tell you what, man, kid's got a good head on his shoulders.
He certainly does. Yeah, he was really well spoken.
I mean, if he has goals and aspirations to play in the NFL, he's starting off on a really good foot.
Yeah.
And going forward, knowing that, look, this thing might take a little time, but I want to compete as early as I possibly can to be out there for this team, but I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like, I should be starting right now. Knowing that it's a process and he trusts in Sean Lewis. I mean, one thing that was interesting there, and we could easily put 2 and 2 together now. The day that he decommitted, he knew Sean Lewis was gone, and he did it for Sean Lewis. All the likes on Twitter, all the stuff that he did socially, right? It felt like he was always coming here. There was not a situation, unless something bad happened during his visit, he was always going to follow Sean Lewis wherever he went.